G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Here we're talking about the SuperTrend Indicator. And a SuperTrend Indicator, this is the price chart, and a SuperTrend Indicator with parameters 1 and 24. And here we've got the moving average, simple moving average 200. They're the only two indicators we need to execute this strategy. So first of all, let's zoom out on the 50,000 foot view. This is the S&P 500 since 2007. We don't use stop losses, we only average down. As you can see here, during the 2008-2009 crisis, the stock market plummeted, and we averaged down 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We entered 4 contracts. But since then, the price has accelerated and done quite well, with the exception of this little area here, and it's a bit of a downturn at the moment in 2022. Let me first of all show you a single trade. So let's look at this little area here. So again, the SuperTrend Indicator, the entry criteria is when the SuperTrend, the close is greater than the moving average 200, which it is there, and the SuperTrend turns from a negative to a positive. In other words, from a short to a long position. So we enter our first contract there. The price dips a little, we don't panic, then it starts going in our favor. That finally closes out there. The reason we close out the trade there is because we want to make sure the close is greater than the entry price, and when the SuperTrend Indicator turns into a downturn. That's it. So that's our single trade there. We entered our initial profitability, opened up at 22.75, and the profitability closed out at 25.88. This demonstrates the average down approach. So here we enter our initial entry, 1 contract. When the SuperTrend Indicator turns to a positive and the close is greater than the moving average 200, but then we find the price drops against us. Okay, we don't panic, let it go. We enter our second lot of contracts or shares when the close is greater than the moving average 200, which it is there, and also the SuperTrend Indicator opens up initially. So we enter our second lot of contracts or shares at that point there. We let it go, and our close criteria is very similar to the single entry criteria, is when the close is greater than the average price. And the average price is now no longer up there, it's somewhere in the middle there between that price and that price. So the average price would have been somewhere in there, and our close is greater than that, and the SuperTrend Indicator turns into a downturn. That's where we close it out. So that's our single entry and average down approach. Let me just zoom out again. And again, this is the S&P 500. Now you might say, okay, well that's working well when the price is going, or the chart is going in your favor in an upward trajectory, which it is there. Let's see what happens when we get another type of chart, which is more of a negative down slope. So again, let's look at the Euro US FOREX currency. You can see that the price chart's going in a southerly direction with a few retractions in terms of price. You can see there's a few more average downs in that. We've entered 1 extra lot of contracts there. From the initial contract, we entered 3 lots of contracts there, and so on. Even in that big dip there, we entered 1, 2, 3, 4 contracts, and so on. So overall, it's done quite well in a southerly trajectory. Here are some of my investing rules: buy proven blue chip stocks, buy stocks which pay dividends, don't short positions, go long only. The reason for that is you want to receive those dividends when they're paid, and don't trade on news. Price is already factored in the share price. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe and the like button, and click on the notification bell to get all updates to the channel. If you want to support the channel, subscribe to the Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Happy investing, and speak to you in the next video.